Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, I want to talk to you about the importance of loss prevention with tax protection. You see, a return on taxes that you don't pay, is a predictable return, right? By following the tax code and having proven solutions and strategies that have a track record of measurable results, some of which won't be with us once the Tax Cut and Jobs Act is officially gone or abolished or taken away or sunsets, is going to have an impact on boomers and retirees, in particular those of you listening that have saved, $500,000 or more in tax deferred accounts like IRAs, 401ks, etc. And particularly those of you listening that have a net worth, not counting your primary equity of your primary home, equity of $1 million or more. There are things I want to talk to you about that you can do and still take advantage of protecting your money in 2020, but the time is fading fast, folks. And many of you have shared very openly. In fact, I think three people, Tennessee, Illinois, and South Carolina. So from all around the country, I think about clients, Bill and Sandra in their early 70s. Now their explanation is taxes are killing us. How can we save tax dollars? Because they're now into these infamous required minimum distributions that many people have said that have kind of hit that 70 and a half or 72 now, and half the government starts forcing you out of your money when you used to be in control of it. Now they're in control of it, and they're saying, Chuck, if my older self could talk to my younger self, I would have got money out of these accounts well before now, or maybe not even put any money in. A former retired CPA in his early 80s shared with us a few years ago. Well, it doesn't stop, sadly, with Bill and Susan. I can also talk to you about, sadly, Irvin. Irvin's from Illinois, and he's very concerned because there's a lot of states now really looking to amp up. One of three states, being Illinois, doesn't tax retirement income until now. It's on the ballot. And he said, I need to eliminate tax liability anyway, especially if they Mickey Mouse around and raise tax and create a tax on my retirement income. And then I sadly think about Joe. Joe and his wife have actually moved from Illinois to Tennessee. And he said, my goal is for my money to be safe from losing it all to taxes or possibly another coronavirus crash or correction. Well, folks, I want to talk to you about the opportunity. This coming Tuesday, I'm going to be teaching, and you can register now at retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com. And this likely is going to be the last opportunity for those of you that are really serious about protecting your money, right? Tax protection, right? In 2020 will be not enough time with the holidays, the election, and of course, time to get a proper plan designed. Likely, this is it. This is almost the curtain call. So for those of you that are serious, let me talk to you about the opportunity by going to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com, and register. Folks, let's get to work. You've worked hard for your money. Let's teach you how you can protect it. I'll give you an example in working with two clients just this week. I think of Veronica from North Carolina. We're helping her retire. So I'm going to talk to you about a couple someone that has not yet retired, trying to get to retirement, and somebody that's trying to get better through retirement after being in retirement for about 2.5, 3 years. So Veronica's trying to get to retirement, and we were able to show her how she could actually do that by the end of the first quarter of 2021. But here's what was really exciting. Because of her having that net worth requirement in the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, we were able to Roth convert $1 million out of her tax-deferred tax traps and use the deduction under Trump to zero out the Roth conversion tax, resulting in zero tax. And now she's been able to generate what will start out to be at about a $51,000 tax-free income that will build to over $80,000 tax-free for the rest of her life. And here's the good news I'll teach you Tuesday: no downside exposure. Market can't take any of those gains away. The stock market can't take the tax savings away. And the crazy politics, right, of these politicians trying to tax us that have worked the most and saved the most, they can't take it away. Well, I also want to talk to you about Randy and Carrie. Carrie and Randy are from Florida, and they've been retired for a couple years. We were also able to use that same provision, right? So if you've got a net worth of $1 million or more without counting your primary home equity, there's never been, in our experience, a better referral of opportunity for you to use this up in our tax code, because they, similar to in this particular case, Veronica, were able to Roth convert $300,000 out of their IRAs, and they are worried sick. They've saved over $3 million tax deferred that's going to put their required minimum distributions, if they don't do something about it, in just about 7 years, at over almost $200,000, over $175,000, folks. That pushes them into a higher marginal bracket, taxes 85% of their Social Security, and makes them pay a Medicare Part B and D premium surcharge. And I've talked to clients that are saying, this is crazy. We're paying almost another $400 a month being deducted out of our Social Security check on top of the extra $10,000 of Social Security tax that they're stealing from us. Folks, you've worked hard for your money. Let us teach you how you can prevent not only having tax to the max for yourself, but avoiding these taxes, passing them on to your kids. Because just like Randy and Carrie, they've got 2 adult children. They don't want to leave a tax burden to their kids, but they don't want to have a tax burden to bear their entire retirement time period. The time to protect your money, if you still want to get it done in 2020, is now. retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.